I go see another kind of doctor, a psychiatrist, for my severe OCD and depression. I told her I've been doing stand-up comedy lately, and she's like, wow, JJ, that's really great. I'm really proud of you. You should do a joke about your Oedipus complex and how you always have Freudian slips. But I didn't know what the mom fuck she was talking about. I liked my psychiatrist when I lived up in Fayetteville better than I liked my Little Rock psychiatrist. Because every time I had an appointment with my Fayetteville psychiatrist, she'd take her shoes off before the appointment so I get to stare at some feet. I don't kink shame me. Normally it costs a lot of money to stare at a woman's feet for an hour, but my insurance covered this. I got to talk to her about my problems while I stared at her feet. We really bared our souls to each other. There's a lot of truth to a lot of these jokes. There's a lot of truth to a lot of these jokes. I did that joke for the first time when I went back up to Fayetteville at a brewery, and this girl came up to me after my set. She's like, hey, you know your psychiatrist's foot joke? I think we have the same psychiatrist. And we fucking did. I was like, don't tell the psychiatrist about the psychiatrist's foot joke. I don't want her to know I'm joking about her feet on stage. Then every time I had an appointment, she could put her shoes on during the appointment. I couldn't say anything because it was fucking awkward. I think she fucking told her. Anyway. I really do have, I hope y'all are good sports for this next joke, because not everyone likes this next joke, but I really do have severe OCD. I used to think my compulsions could have an effect on the outside world when I was a kid. Like, I had to turn the sink on and off 3 times to make sure my parents didn't die in a car accident, or I had to sleep on the right side of the pillow at night to, make sure the house didn't burn down. Well, my older sister knew this, and she used to mess with me a lot, she was mean to me. And one day she did something really, really, really mean to me when I was 11 years old. I still remember the exact date. It was September 12th, 2001. She's like, oh, you know that attack on America that happened yesterday? It's because you don't stand up and applaud whenever you see an airplane. Yeah, 9/11 didn't happen because of American imperialism or Islamic extremism in the Middle East. It happened because a fat, ancient, slow American kid in Arkansas didn't stand up and applaud when he saw airplanes. We lived by the fucking airport. I was constantly having to applaud airplanes. And I thought I should do it when I saw footage of airplanes, just to be safe, which wasn't the biggest deal, until our teacher decided to show us footage of 9/11 a couple weeks after it happened. And I remember I was 11 years old and a mentally ill child. Please don't judge me. He rolls in one of those giant television sets, gives a super, semi-nationalistic, rah-rah speech about America and terrorism and patriotism and all that stuff. And then he played the footage. And here comes the first plane towards the North Tower. So I stood up and I clapped and I clapped and I clapped. Everybody staring at me. It was humiliating. I've never been so embarrassed in my whole life. Then sure enough, here comes the second plane towards the South Tower. So I stood up and I clapped and I clapped and I clapped. He dragged me in the hallway. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you applauding terrorism on America? I couldn't tell him I was just trying to prevent it from happening again. That it was my fault that it happened in the first place. He'd hate me. I ended up getting 2 weeks of detention. As my 11-year-old brain was getting over the guilt of the worst terror attack ever perpetuated on American soil, my best friend Jake came up to me and told me his dad's getting deployed to Iraq. I thought I caused 2 wars. I was 11 years old. Now as an adult, I know, of course, I didn't cause 9/11. And of course, I know that's crazy because as an adult, I know that Bush did it. He left the TV volume on an odd number or some shit, But speaking of 9/11, I was wondering, how long after 9/11 till parents started making airplane noises to feed their babies again? Do you think anyone on 9/12 was like, surely there was a period of time where that stopped completely. Especially if you're feeding twins. That landed about as well as your 1993 did. I hate when people are like, it's too soon for a 9/11 joke, it's too soon. It's December of 2025. 9/11 will be legally old enough to rent a car next year. I still remember several years ago when 9/11 first turned 18 and it was no longer weird to masturbate to.